Well, okay, so I think we can start now. Thank you all for being here in the last session of the conference. One of the most important sessions because it's the one that has the award ceremony. So we will today now start with the awards, and then we will do the closing of the conference. And we will also show you a glimpse of what Rome 2021 will look like. So for the award ceremony, we, as you know, have 5 different awards. The best BPM dissertation, best demo, best reviewers, best student paper, and best paper. So we're gonna start with the best BPM dissertation.
All right, so I can take over the words. I'm very happy that we again had very excellent submissions for the BPM dissertation. The SIR proceedings are now online as well. So in those proceedings, you can actually read about the theses that were submitted in more detail. We had a 2-stage procedure. There was first of all a commission that was internally deciding which of the theses had to be shortlisted, and then we had a hearing with the 3 best candidates, and I'm very happy that I can now announce the winners. And the winner for the runner-up, so that is the 2nd place, goes to Manolo.
Yeah.
Adriano Augusto, congratulations for that. You will receive a certificate of this, and this is a very great honor acknowledging your achievements here while doing your PhD. And there is a winner also for the BPM Best Dissertation, and that Best Dissertation Award 2020 goes to Janssens Willem and to the team in Hasselt. Congratulations for this great achievement in making process mining available in R and all the work in Hubar. Congratulations, Geert, for this achievement and the award. Thanks a lot. I hand over back to Manolo.
Okay, thanks a lot. So now, well, as it's usual, the BPM Best Dissertation Award has a prize that is sponsored by Springer. So if you, Ralph, if you want to say some words about
yeah, actually it's sponsored in 2 ways. There is first of all, there is a financial, say, compensation or award related to this of 1,000 euros that will be paid to the winner. And I would like to ask both Jan and Gerd to get back to me with the details so that we can arrange for the money transfer. But definitely congratulations to Gerd for winning this award. Second, and that's of course also interesting for us as a publisher, is that we offer a publication of the thesis in LNBIP, which is the same series where you have found the workshop proceedings and the BPM forum and the blockchain forum. So in case the thesis has not yet been published with an ISBN, we are very happy to do so. Then I will contact Gerd for further details. but definitely our congratulations also from Springer's side to him. Thank you.
Thank you. So, well, before moving to the next award, I just realized I've been told that our idea was to show the winners, the face of the winners. So we, if you don't mind, Adriano and Gert, if you're there, please. So say, enable your cameras and say something, please.
Oh, well, I can go first. I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't expect to say anything, but well, I would like to thank the community of BPM for having recognized my efforts and my contribution to the community of BPM and especially process planning. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I also don't have a speech prepared, but I would like to thank especially my commission members, especially Benoit de Per, my promoter, Mieke Jans, and the other members of the jury, which had a great impact on the quality of the thesis. Thank you for this honoration. That's all.
Thanks a lot. It's because we cannot see the people here, so it's a bit different. So we wanted to at least let people know the winners, the faces of the winners, and see how make this a bit more human, like just showing the slides. So thanks a lot for you both, and now we just move to the best demo and resources award, which is going to be presented by the demo chairs.
So hi, hello. Thanks a lot for the presentation, Manuel. Right. So this is Claudio speaking. I speaking as a member of the organization team, together with Marco Gomuzzi and Luisa Pufal. So, you know, this was the first edition in which not only tools and implemented techniques were presented, but also submissions on resources, data sets, taxonomies, benchmarks were welcome. Indeed, you can see now it was the best demo and resources award now. So the quality of the presented tools and resources was outstanding. 13 stunning contributions spanning over a number of BPM perspectives, mining, modeling, simulation, analysis, and more. So they were really great. Also, like the new presentation style was fairly intriguing, like with these with the parallel tracks all together. And yeah, unfortunately, only one award has to be assigned. That's the pity. So for this, we want to also so for the decision, we want to thank the precious help of our secret agents investigating the best contribution. So you don't know, but there were secret agents going around and looking at the presentations, and not only like looking at the submissions. So of course they're secret. So we just say thank you, but their identity won't be revealed. So, well, anyway, the difficult decision finally converged towards a tool that was at a really advanced stage of its development, quite advanced considering it should have been a prototype, in a topic that is both new and gaining a high momentum. Also, it was noteworthy that it was implementing its full stack from end to end, and it shows a high potential to release users from a not totally terrible routine work, really. However, the source code is there, but a decent README file would not hurt, guys, so please do it. Now, for the announcement, I let this hurdle to Luisa.
Yeah, so the best demo and resource award goes to Waldemir Leno, Stanislav De Vjaketic, Artem Polinavi, Marcello La Rosa, Marlon Dumas, and Fabrizio Maggi with Rubidium, automated synthesis of robotic process automation scripts from UI logs. Yeah, congrats to you all. Great contribution. Thanks a lot. Yeah, maybe there are also some of the contributors. So I see Marlon there. Yeah. Maybe we can Voldemir, maybe he is there. Ah, there's Artem.
So congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Very nice work.
Is Volodymyr here to celebrate?
Volodymyr.
Of course.
The truth is that the guy who did all that work that you mentioned was Volodymyr. but because it's very late in Australia,
Yeah, he's sleeping already.
but I can say for him that he's tired because he has been working very hard to get all this prototype all the way from I capture the keystrokes and the clicks and all the way to I produce an RPA script and I load it into UiPath with all the algorithmics in the middle. And so it's like the result of him sweating a lot.
Yeah. No,
So I can
we
say
also
that I
saw
have
that.
speech. I can say that I have speech prepared, but I will not reveal it. So we'll postpone it to further contributions. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thank you too.
You guys.
Okay, great.
Again.
Thank you. So now we move to the next award, which is the Best Reviewer Award. This is an award from the program chairs of this year, Dirk Falan, Chiara Ghidini, and Geoff Becker and Marlon Dumas. So please.
Right, so I will start as the coordination chair, of course, on behalf of the whole team, Dirk, Georg, and Chiara, who is here. We wanted to start by recognizing the people in the field, in the program committee, who are, scrutinizing all these papers that are submitted to the BPM conference and, writing very constructive critiques and trying to help authors to improve their papers and at the same time to get some of the more mature papers into the program. So as is the tradition, we would like to distinguish a number of best reviewers. The way these were selected is that we asked as the 4 program chairs to the senior PC members to nominate members of the regular PC who distinguished themselves both in terms of the quality of the reviews they wrote and in terms of their engagement in the discussions that followed those reviews. And we received not less than 20 nominations, even hard to count because some might have gone, so some were duplicates and so on. But out of them, there were 3 names that came up at least twice with very concrete, feedback about the quality of the reviews, and we look at those, and indeed, it's definitely people who this was all during the COVID lockdown, so I assume they were really locked down and they were really bored, and the only thing they found to do was to write super lengthy reviews and super lengthy comments, very thought of. I don't know if I wish to be them to read my papers next year or not. I'm not sure, actually. It can be good or it can be bad. And the names are, Manuel, 3 of them, Nick Van Best from CSIRO in Australia, Massimiliano De Leoni, now in Padua, and Cici Lu, I don't know where she is, maybe in Utrecht. Congratulations to them, and thank you very much for their contribution. Now comes the 2 of the traditionally most major awards of the conference, the original 2 awards, the Best Student Paper Award and the Best Paper Award. And I'm going to give this to the track chairs. I'm just going to make one little spoiler. The Best Student Award will go to a paper from the engineering track, and Chiara will present the awardee, and the Best Paper Award will be to a paper from the management track, and Jörg Becker will present that award. So, Chiara.
Thank you. Yes, indeed, that's the little spoiler. So all the authors of student papers from track 2, it's time to get excited. A little bit about the procedure for selecting those papers. It was a collective decision. So basically, we pre-selected papers on the basis of their reviews, obviously, and their quality from the reviews. But then we revised them all together, and we unanimously, I would say, selected the best paper, and little spoiler, I would say also the best student paper, but also the best paper. So it's now time to look at the names, and the winners are Jelmer Korn, Xixidu, Henry Leopold, and Hayo Ayers for the paper Looking for Meaning, Discovering Action Response Effect Patterns in Business Processes. So congratulations to all. And together with the prize, there is also a motivation. And the motivation is that the investigation of techniques to support the discovery of action response patterns in business process carried out in this work inject a new type of problem, data, and use cases within the BPM community. It introduces concepts that take process analysis and management out of the control flow perspective using novel ideas by putting process analysis right in the middle of a specific organizational context. From a technical point of view, the paper combines algorithmic development with statistical techniques to good effect, and the careful evaluation, which is very important for track 2, is carried out in a methodologically sound manner, and the results are practically interpretable. So congratulations again to all the authors, and in particular to the student authors. If they are here, and if they want to say something.
Yes, I'm here. I also did not prepare a speech, but yeah, it's my first time at BPM, so it's a really warm welcome to get this award. I mean, Hayo has always been involved. Of course, I want to thank my team that we wrote this together with. We really, it was a really joint effort. It was really fun to work on this, and we're already working on expanding it. So we're really excited to share whatever comes next for this, and we're also really interested to hear what you guys think, so we can make this a better piece of work. So thank you very much for the award.
Thank you.
So congratulations again.
Yeah.
And now we are coming to the highlight, the Best Paper Award 2020. So the selection process was that we had a look at all the reviews of all the papers that went in. That is Marlon Dumas, Dirk Farland, and Chiara Ghidini, the three track chairs and the program chair. And here a real special thank to Marlon, who did a wonderful job bringing the three of us to work and to do all the things that have to be done. And Dirk and Chiara, it was really nice working with you. So it was, I think, really a great team this year. So thank you to, thanks to all of you. It was really wonderful. So when we had all the reviews, we had a look at all the papers that were reviewed quite well. And then we came up with two papers that were quite close, and after reading them again and discussing about it, we came up with a winner. And the winner of the Best Paper Award in the BPM Conference 2020 is... Oh, I have to change my words. Not the winner is, the winners are Lukas Valentin Herm, Christian Janisch, Alexander Helm, Florian Imgrund, Kevin Fuchs, Adrian Hoffmann, and Axel Winkelmann. Our very, very warm congratulations to this really nice paper. So for the last couple of conferences, process mining always has been the highlight. But in this conference, a new star is rising, and this is robotic process automation. There were quite a few papers. Manuel, could you go to the next slide? There were quite a few papers in robotic process automation in all three tracks. And we thought the one in the management track was one that was with a scope that really fits well to the conference, who was done rigorously and had quite an impact on the field of robotic process automation. A consolidated framework for implementing robotic process automation projects is the title of this very nice paper. So the authors had a look at 23 case studies and tried to figure out what is common in them and where are the differences. And then they did a couple of interviews with experts in the field of robotic process automation projects. Projects that failed, projects that were successful, and then they proposed a framework for projects in the field of robotic process automation and discussed that again with the experts and mirrored all the case studies to that framework. And the framework really is helpful not only to understand how projects in that field are done, but also are a guideline for practitioners what to think of to come up with a successful robotic process automation project. So all four of us liked that paper very much, and the ones who had the chance to see the presentation of Christian Janisch yesterday, I think we did a good choice. So congratulations to the team from Würzburg. We really liked to read the paper, we really liked the presentation, and I think what we always are looking for, is it rigor and does it have some impact? That's done in a very nice way here. Congratulations to the team.
Yeah, thank you so much. Unfortunately, I haven't prepared a speech either, like the others, but we are highly appreciated the award, and we are really happy that the contribution went so well and our research got so far at this point, and we learned so much about that RPA topic. And often we notice the RPA is just, or in many publications, it's just like a simple implementation and not the whole story about it, like the center of excellence, you have to manage them all and so on. So we are really gained a lot of knowledge how to use or how to implement RPA at itself, as a whole in a firm. And therefore we gained a lot of knowledge, like I mentioned. So at this point, we received the award now. We are happy to see there is a lot of interest in our research, and also we are looking forward to improve the results, as well as try to gain in the different steps we mentioned in the framework, looking into new details, finding new results, and trying to going on. So we are really happy to get that award, and say thank you to the organizers of the BPM conference, as well as everybody. Thank you.
Thanks and congrats.
Okay, so now that we have all the awards, since you're not here, we cannot give you the certificate in person, but we will send you certificates for all of these awards. Plus, we have also prepared, well, kind of gift that we will send to the first author of the well, all the authors that they agreed to. So that includes some products from Seville and the region, so that you could not try it here in person, but at least we can share with some of you a little bit of our place. Okay, so that's
Actually,
yeah.
speaking of that, speak with the Australian guys when you send them food. That is always a difficulty.
Yes, we know. Thanks for the advice. Yeah. So okay, that's everything concerning the award. So now we're going to move to the closing part. And since this conference has been a bit special, one thing that we wanted to do is to, well, share some, let's say, thoughts, reflections, or conclusions about the virtual conference. So let me change my slide deck, and I'll, okay, here. Yeah, so, well, some thoughts about the virtual conference. As you know, well, the virtual conference has been very different from being a physical setting. And one of the things was when we were preparing this closing session, one of our ideas was to collect pictures, photos from all the conference, from all the different events, and put them together with a nice music and nice videos so that we could say goodbye to everyone. But yeah, when we started collecting photos from this one, it all looked the same, which is the gallery view of Zoom. So I just picked one of them, which I think was quite representative, which was the one from yesterday's social event. There were, as you can see, quite a few people there, and I think it went very well. Actually, it went beyond our expectations, so thanks a lot for all of you who participated and who were there, because, well, for us it was great to be able to share with all of you a little bit of talk outside of research papers and Q&A sessions. So thank you all, and thanks all for being here. So that's the picture, the photo of the conference. Another thing that it's different from a physical conference is that in a physical conference, you see people from the organization going up and down and solving issues and helping you moving around the place. But in a virtual conference, you don't see them, or at least it's not as easy as in a physical conference to see them. However, that doesn't mean that they're not being there. So, well, I want to say a huge thanks for all the people that have been involved in the organization. They've been watching all the sessions and making sure that they were going well. So the fact that we haven't had any problem with the conference is in part due to them. So thanks a lot for all of these people, and they've been working hard. So actually our lunches were not the kind of lunches we were expecting in the conference. So we had booked a very nice place for lunch, but actually our lunch in this virtual conference looked more like this one. So we didn't have time to do many things here. So third different thing of a virtual conference is that it's all about technology. So making sure that everything is going well, it's a bit different than in a physical setting. And if you're curious, maybe this is how the dashboard for controlling that everything was going well in the virtual conference looked like. So in contact with all the people in the different sessions, and we had the information about all the things that were going on during the conference to make sure that everything was okay and that people were entering and that things were flowing. So yeah, it's been a totally different experience. But the good thing is that with technology, you also have something else, which is lots of data. And we can show you some quick information that we have gathered this morning to share them with you. So, well, for instance, in Huba, that was an easy one. So we have like 2,000 message exchange with 60 community boards, 29 meetups, and 4,100 personalized agendas set up. So that might be interesting, but I was more interested in what happened with the pre-recorded videos. As you know, we asked all authors to pre-record the presentation. We uploaded to Vimeo, and this is how the view count is at this point. So we've had 3,500 views since early September. With 972 unique viewers. So we'll take into account that the view for Vimeo doesn't count for the watching the whole video. It counts as a view when you just watch a small part of it. So in total, we had like 12 days, 22 hours, 22 minutes, and 52 seconds of videos watched, and an average time of 5 minutes, which is quite well, I think, taking into account that our videos are more or less 10 minutes long, so at least half of the video was watched on average. Concerning the number of views, that's also interesting. So we opened the conference website, I think, the 8th of September. So we had a small peak when people were logging into the place, and we descend, and well, on Sunday, and then mainly during the days of the conference, where the days where the highest number of views were. Today, it's because this picture was taken this morning, so I guess now the number of views for today should be higher. But still, this gives like a good idea of when people try to watch the pre-recorded presentations. I'm just talking about them. Also, if you're curious about the videos that get more views, the winner is the mindfulness video, followed by the statement by Jan Recker in the panel 1. But well, in these first two cases, they were public. So these other videos were just kept private into the platform, so that might be a reason. And then we have these other 3 videos in the talk. I think the first one is from the research track, the second one I think is from the BPM forum, and the third one is a demo. So we have like a good representation of the 3 different tracks of the conference. Also, it's relevant the place in which these videos were viewed. So as you see here, we've had people from all over the world watching the videos, South America, North America, Australia, Africa, Asia, Middle East, Europe, all over the world. So I'm very happy about this, because probably the impact that we've had with these things being higher than in other editions, especially for countries which people have more troubles for traveling to conferences. If you're curious about the countries that get more views, well, unsurprisingly, Germany is the first one. Spain is close, but well, that might be an effect of being us, the organizers. And then you can find the countries that one would expect probably in the BPM conference, more or less, given the demographics of the participants. And finally, for Zoom, unfortunately, Zoom does not provide easy statistics for the attendees. But there is one that we could gather, which is the number of participants per country. So here a participant means when one person enters to a Zoom webinar or a Zoom meeting. And the result is this one. So in this case, Germany wins by a lot. And then Spain, Netherlands, Italy. And I want to mention a couple of them, Australia and Brazil, because of the time zone. So these were live sessions. So it's pretty amazing that Australia and Brazil, which, well, the time difference is not very good for them, got so many attendees during the live sessions. So this is some of the things that I just wanted to share with you. We will try to get more information from the different tools and share them with you, maybe in the next VPM newsletter. So now, before moving to the next part, I want to say thanks to Adela and Hayo, because they recorded all these wonderful videos from Seville that everyone has been enjoying during this conference. Now it's the moment to play the last of these videos. So please, Adela.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
I have to.
So we are now standing in front of the Golden Tower.
Torre del Oro in Spanish.
And the great thing of this monumental building is that you can very clearly see that it has 3 different stages in which it is built. There was the lower part, which is the original military watchtower, which was built in the 12th century by the Arab rulers at that time. Then higher up is the middle part, which was put on top of it by Peter of Castilla when he retook this area. And there's even a higher part on it, a smaller tower, which was actually added in the 18th century. So in this way, when you know this, you can actually see that the building was not always like this. It was a progression of different stages.
Actually, in the 18th century, there was a big earthquake in Lisbon and the tower was badly damaged. The government wanted to demolish it, but the people in Sevilla appealed the king and they finally decided to keep it. So that last part was built after this earthquake. Okay. So I would just like to say a few words. First of all, I hope you enjoyed the videos. For us, it was really nice to record them. I actually learned quite some things about my own city, I have to say. And it was the only way we could come up with to show you a bit of our city. And now, as I have been announcing all this time in the different sessions where I have been playing the videos, I'm going to announce the winner of the Grand Sevilla Quiz Prize. So let me share again my screen. 1 second. And now the Grand Sevilla Quiz Prize goes to Atsuma Mamudu. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. You have been very quickly answering questions along the conference days. And yeah, as we can see here in the ranking, he was answering most of the questions properly and the first one. But something funny that happened today, and I wanted to highlight it, is that in the last question, there was no correct answer at all. It was about the number of, or how much it cost the failure of the architect of the Metropole Parasol. And the first one gave a wrong answer, and all the others followed the wrong answer. Then they started to change them, but they didn't make it. So in the end, one of my guess is that people wanted to be quickly and didn't think so much sometimes about the answer, maybe. Let's think about it. And well, which is the prize? As you have, no, sorry, this is now for Hayo. Hayo, the floor is yours.
Well, the prize is not mine. So congratulations with winning the prize. The prize is a copy of this book, which we will have delivered to Australia. So since the prize winner obviously already knows a lot about Sevilla, we decided to buy a book which tells much more about the history of Spain. It is actually my favorite travel book. It's written by Kees Noteboom, a Dutch author. And the title of the book is Road to Santiago, which alludes, of course, to the famous pilgrimage to Santiago. But the author is not so much interested in the destination. He's much more interested in the process of traveling through Spain. And he writes down his experiences. It's a wonderful book. I can recommend it to everybody. The prize winner will receive it for free. Thank you.
And finally, I would like especially to thank you, Hayo, for coming to Sevilla and helping me recording all these videos, because I'm sure I couldn't have been able to do that by myself. So thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
Manolo, I give you back the word.
Muted. So now it's time to pass the floor to Massimo, who's going to tell us a little bit about BPM 2021, which we hope we could be all together again. So
good afternoon, all of you. I hope that you hear me well and you see the slides in the meanwhile. So I'm happy to announce, as it was told during the opening, that the next BPM, and they will see how, will be in Roma in September 2021. So sign the dates, because in any case, the dates will be there. So we will have the workshop on Monday, the 6th of September. The main conference will be from Tuesday to Thursday from 7 to 9, and the PhD consortium and other events will be on Friday, 10th of September. So next year you will have the Sunday free. First important point of first novelty after the COVID. So the scientific part will be managed by Manfred as a consolidation chair. By Artem, Moe, and Ami are the three chairs, respectively, for the foundation, the engineering, and the management. Then we will have many other persons that will be involved. That will be Andrea and Barbara as a workshop chair. There will be Francesco, Marcos, and Arik as demonstration and resource chair, and Claudio, Javi, and Shazia as tutorial and panel chair. We will have Chiara and Flavia and Adriano. So I'm very happy that Adriano now has a lot of impetus for sharing next year BPM as Publici chair. We will have a doctoral consortium will be managed by Fabrizio, Inge, and Remco. The industry will be by Maximilian, Minseok, and Massimiliano. And for the RPA, we will have Enriquez and Peter Fetke. And for the blockchain, there will be Ingo, Pierluigi, and Soren. So all of these guys already start to work for the next year BPM since some days ago. And I'm sure that we will have a great work for having a very, very good scientific program. register the dates because you have to start since now to work towards your paper. The first deadline will be on the 8th of March. The submission will be the 15th of March. The notification will be in May, and the camera reading will be in June. And by June next year, we really hope that all this pandemic will be over, hopefully. This is at least my great auspicious. A website is already up and running. As you can see in the website, we already put the Twitter, and we noticed that there are already fake news telling that BPM next year is cancelled. So as a community, we are so important that there are fake news about us. So let's demonstrate that next year BPM is lively and is up and running. Let's see how we'll do our conference. So the plan A, and I repeat, is to have the conference in presence and in blended modality. So we will have a conference in Rome, and in the meanwhile that I speak, you will see some beautiful photos of Rome. Probably many of you already knows, but it's a good occasion to come. Rome is really accessible. You have only one flight, so you will be enough safe to travel also with the COVID. And be sure that we are prepared for the situation. In particular, the venue is in the central Rome, so you will not to move through public transportation, but you can walk. The first venue of the conference will be our department, and importantly, our department is already equipped to have a blended modality in which we already starting next week to have a teaching in which some person will be in presence and other person will be remotely attending. So this will be the main way to manage the conference. So we invite you to join us. The second main venue will be the Auditorium Antoniano that has very large rooms, so up to 500 persons, that considering possible restriction due to COVID will guarantee in any case that all of you will find space in the auditorium. They are really nearby, so the two places in which the conference will be hosted. The main place in which the conference will be hosted are really nearby. Basically, they are just a few meters away, something like 110 meters. And most importantly, you will have a very nice social events for those of you that will be attending in person. We will have a nice traditional dinner. We will have a nice social dinner with some new surprise and historical themes. So for those of you that already knows this photo, don't be afraid. We'll have a new, something new for you the next year. And we'll have a farewell party as in the tradition that was started last year in Vienna. So we really hope to see you in BPM in presence next year in Roma. If something goes wrong, don't worry. I will learn from our colleagues in Sevilla how to manage a fully virtual conference. But I really hope that will be not the case. And I want to thank the guys in Sevilla this year, because probably for them it has been really, really hard. And next year, we hope that will be much less complex than this year. So thanks to you for organizing this BPM online in the COVID pandemic this year. You did really a great job, in my opinion.
Thank you, Massimo. Thanks a lot. And we really hope that we could all go to Rome next year. We don't have to move to Plan B. So just to conclude, I want to share some words by Matthias Weske, who couldn't be here today. And he sent me, actually he sent me both video and an audio for his words. Since we've learned that the videos, maybe they don't have the best of the qualities, and it's 4 minutes long approximately. So we are going to go for the audio instead. So let me, I'm gonna share my screen. And here, no. here. Okay. So, no, this is not the thing. This is. And now I'll have the audio.
A truly memorable and unique BPM conference is now coming to an end. It started, if you want, as a forced experiment, and it really turned out to be a wonderful conference with all the ingredients that a good conference has. So we had excellent research presentations, we had 3 excellent keynotes, we had lots of interactions in terms of research, but we also had lots of social interactions, and I really also have seen a glass of beverage, may it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. So I really would like to thank again Antonio and Manuel, who I think really did an incredible job, and also Adela and Christina, who really guided us very nicely through this BPM conference week. I would like to extend my thanks to the whole organization team, because I understand that there are many people involved that are not so visible, and I really would like to thank all that have been involved in the organization for their commitment and also their hard work in organizing BPM 2020. It is worth mentioning that BPM this year was the largest ever in terms of audience, or at least in terms of registrations. I, of course, understand that this is in part due to the free registration that we had this year. There is this saying in German, was nichts kostet, taugt auch nichts, which translates to what is for free is not worth anything. I truly hope that you really disagree with this German saying, especially related to BPM 2020. On the contrary, I really do hope that many of you first-time participants will be attracted by the topics of the conference, by the focus and the dedication of the BPM community, and that you really consider sending your best papers to BPM next year. Before I conclude, I would like to announce a new initiative by the BPM Steering Committee. This initiative started by realizing that we are already doing several community activities that really do go far beyond the organization of the BPM conference. So for instance, the Best BPM Dissertation Award or the BPM newsletter. To extend these activities under one umbrella, the steering committee has decided to establish a new body called BPM Association. So the BPM Association will have several main activities, several flagship activities, if you want, one of which will remain to be the organization of BPM conferences, as we did the last basically 2 decades. But it will also include other flagship activities, for instance, BPM education. So we will provide, let's say, resources and also lecture series about BPM, the context of BPM education. More concretely, I want to announce a lecture series organized by the Business Process Management Association that starts in early 2021, so early next year, and that is available for members of the BPM Association. If you now wonder how you can become a member of the BPM Association, there will be announcements in the weeks after the conference and also in the BPM newsletter, so in the October edition of the newsletter to be more precise. And membership will be free. So it will be open to everybody and it will be free. So I truly hope that you will become a member of the BPM Association. All right, with this I'd like to end. Thank you very much again for joining BPM 2020, and let's look forward to BPM 2021 in Rome. So all the best and take care.
Well,
Manuel?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, after listening to Matthias and after knowing the figures given by Manuel, that of course we are going to mine, I had to say that of course we are completely and strongly disagree with the German saying regarding free and work. In fact, there is a Spanish saying to reflect the disagreement between cost and worth, which is de necio confundir valor y precio. That translated means something like only fools confuse value and price. We are lucky, of course, because there are no fools in the VPN community, since nobody has confused value with price in this VPN edition. And this VPN edition has provided a lot of value to many people, most of them with zero cost. Likewise, I'm sure that the VPN association, this new association, will have many members, despite having a free membership, since it will offer a lot of value to its members. So, well, thank you very much for your support along this journey. I pass the floor to Manuel for concluding this edition.
Yeah, well, I think I've said everything. Just, well, that for the organization team has been a huge effort to organize and hold VPN 2020. But now that we're coming to the end, I think we all agree that it has been worth it. So we're extremely happy to have done our bit to our community. And I want to really thank the steering committee, the chairs, especially Marlon, who has supported us a lot during the organization of the conference, the authors, reviewers, and this fantastic VPN community that have made, at the end of the day, this conference possible. So see you in Rome and hopefully in person. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.
See you in Rome.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
To all of you.
See you in Rome.
See you in Rome. We felt like being in Sevilla. Thank you so much, the whole team.
Indeed. Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you.
guys.
Well, it's a pity to close this last Zoom.
Yeah.
And
Oh, not,
starts now.
not exactly last. Tomorrow we have an event of the RPA forum starting at 10, right, Hayo?
It's not over yet.
Yes,
You know, it's we have that with a lot of our teachings, that you close the lecture and then you have still students in the class half an hour, 1 hour later.
Yeah.
then you know what's going on, right?
I think it's for a beer.
Tomorrow there is also the mentoring session by Irene. So there are a couple of things to come.
Yeah, the show must go on.
The show must go on. Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you all. I'm closing the technologically the VPN 2020. Thanks a lot to all of you.
Okay, thank you. It was great. It was so much fun. Thank you.
A lot of fun. Thank you.
And Hayo, some Germans are really nice. How you wrote that he disagree with all Germans?
Not only with the same, but with all Germans.
That's because the Germans are teasing him hard in various ways. And it's just self-protection.
It is a little bit.
What a fun.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.